Welcome back to Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves, a podcast where two dumb idiot best friends absconded with Tom Hanks, purloined Dwayne Johnson, and are about to be absolutely mugged by Keanu Reeves. I'm Sam Siegel, and I'm stealing your choices.
So this week I was gonna be one of the Agent Smiths chasing you, Mr. Siegel. But as our video listeners or watchers will attest, I think you actually fit that role quite a bit better than I do
A little
week.
bit. I am wearing a suit and sunglasses.
A full suit and sunglasses.
Not a full suit.
You're wearing probably half a suit.
Half a suit, yes.
And sunglasses. You look like a airline pilot who's on a Zoom call.
I have a yoke and throttle right over there, and so I'm basically right there, man. Yeah. So I knew we were gonna start doing video this week, and I thought I need to dress up. And I've got some suits, and then I realized, oh, we're watching The Matrix. I have some sunglasses in the car. I'll grab those.
Yeah.
And here I am. I'll tell you, Luke, when my wife saw me go into the closet, she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm going to wear a suit for this episode." She went, and I quote, "Oh, God."
Excuse me, madam, I'm going to wear half a suit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm wearing, for those of you who are watching this and are maybe concerned that my dick is just south of there, I am wearing shorts.
Yeah.
So don't worry if I stand up to go get something, you're not going to see my balls hanging down between my knees.
Just like Agent Smith in the movies. Anytime he moved, it was just flapping dongs everywhere.
Just all the time. It was a really interesting choice. The other thing that I didn't think about when I was doing this, Luke, I didn't cool the upstairs.
Oh no.
So it's a nice, cool, crisp 82 degrees up here.
Better be glad you're only wearing half a suit.
Oh, bud, I am. And normally I can reuse the shirt without washing it, but I can guarantee you that I'm gonna need to wash this shirt.
Again, just like Agent Smith, the guy was just dripping wet,
always pitting out his suit, his balls hanging down. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
I can actually complete the pilot look a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Nice. Sam has pulled out his retractable gamer headset microphone.
Yeah.
Really hope that doesn't change some sort of input source in your computer.
It definitely doesn't. No.
Okay.
It has a physical switch that is probably off.
Love the confidence.
Let me double check that it's got. Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
So
nice.
This is your captain speaking. We're gonna be cruising out of here at about 32,000 feet, heading towards Dallas. Weather there's about 85 degrees. A little bit of wind coming from the southeast, and a little bit of cloud cover. So we'll get you there as soon as we can. And thank you for flying TWA.
Nice. You got the look. You got the voice. You got the.
Yeah, you have to have the and it can't be No. You have no confidence in a pilot who just says It has to be a really scratchy. You gotta fry those vocals, It has to be like what is that, The Ring? Yeah, it's gonna be like The Ring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this away now.
Yeah. it's almost, yeah, it's too piloty.
Yeah.
Sam has removed the retractable mic. It's too piloty for what we're trying to achieve here. Because Sam, have you said what we watched?
No, not yet. We did watch 2003's The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, reloaded, baby.
Reloaded. Luke, how was your watch?
Pretty good. Yeah, got to watch this in crisp 4K when it loaded through Max, everybody's favorite abbreviated streaming service.
Yeah, that is HBO Max.
Yeah, and it promised crisp 4K UHD, but what we got instead was sort of fuzzy, much like your camera right there. We go.
Okay, it took a minute. The camera did not like me moving towards it.
Took a second.
Yeah,
that was pretty much what our experience was like with Max. Was lots of blurry. Occasionally it would just black out, like the audio would continue, but it would black out and then come back.
What the fuck were you watching on?
Our big beautiful crisp LG OLED TV. So
was it running Max though?
It was running Max. Yeah.
See, I was watching on the old Xbox, the old Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
I did not have this problem. I even think, to be perfectly honest, I think it even said that it was 4K UHD.
That's what we were promised, and what we got maybe 72% of the time. And then, but it was kind of fun because you go from 4K UHD to 720p.
Ooh, that's exciting.
On a huge TV, and then back again. Sometimes you rocket back and forth between them. So it's sort of like a roller coaster of display definitions. This is not a problem compared to most people's problems now that I'm sort of thinking about it. Yeah, otherwise it was fine. My dude, we ate leftovers. It was chill.
Nice.
Nothing to report. How was your watch?
Oh, it was pretty good. Went and picked up some Pizza Cafe for dinner.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was good. Oh my God. Love that place.
Yeah.
I always forget they do take and bake.
Oh, now we're talking, because what I want is to receive a half-done pizza, heat my oven to an insanely high temperature.
Right, yeah.
And then finish it myself. That's what I'm looking for, is extra steps. I'm making, see, here's the problem. I'm making it into a joke, but it is kind of the way to do pizza at your house if you're going to get delivery, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So is that what you did this time?
No.
Okay, yeah, because it's too many steps.
It is too many steps, yeah. And we didn't budget for the time, and I had the movie, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I just went and picked it up. But came home, devoured the pizza, and then settled down to watch. I'm sorry, what's?
I just liked in my head you said devoured, and I really like the idea of David Attenborough narrating like, and then they slowly opened the pizza box and descend upon it like ravenous wolves.
To give you an idea of the consumption of this pizza, we didn't get plates. We ate straight from the fucking box.
Well, David Attenborough narrated it like you were a bunch of lions tearing apart a gazelle.
Yeah, he set up a camera in one of our windows, and then he went over to the other one and was like, look at them as they devour this delivery pizza.
Grease going everywhere.
Dribbling down his stupid chin.
Yeah.
Nice. Otherwise, it was a movie watch, really. Kenna dipped out.
Oh, okay.
Pretty early, I would say.
Oh no. Pre or post mud orgy?
Kind of around the mud orgy, if I'm being honest with you.
Mud orgy. Okay. Mid mud orgy. Yeah.
Yeah, she got there, and then that was kind of her limit. She was just like, I'm gonna go watch Naked and Afraid. And then she went to watch the new episode of Naked and Afraid, and it was a clip show.
What?
But it's not just a clip show, a 2-hour long clip show.
Okay, so when you say clip show, you mean just like random snippets from the series?
So, okay, So what's happening right now, and I know everyone's really interested in what's happening in Naked and Afraid, but they're doing Naked and Afraid surely it's not Last Man Standing, because they had women in it, but it is probably Last Man Standing. So Naked and Afraid XL, Last Man Standing, I don't fucking know.
Okay, Naked and Afraid has gained a lot of new attributes that I was unaware of.
So actually a lot of the XLs are pretty good. So what they do is they take a lot of the people who've done well in the past and they put them on a longer sort of time where they are naked and ostensibly scared. So and they put them in like really harsh environments and stuff, and it's a bigger group of people. Anyways, this one is like there's elimination, right? And the last one there actually wins money.
Yeah.
Counter to how Naked and Afraid typically works, which is you go out in the woods, get naked, and you are miserable for 21 days and then come home with nothing but a rash.
How close are we to the Hunger Games? Because I feel like we're pretty close to the Hunger Games.
There. We are getting there.
Yeah. If you know how there's like the doomsday clock and we slowly turn it, and now we're at like 10 seconds before midnight or something truly horrifying. I feel like we need a new doomsday clock specifically tracking whether we've done the Hunger Games or not. Maybe it's just a binary. It's just a have we done the Hunger Games yet.com. I might set this up. I am a web developer. I go to havewedonethehungergames.com.
Yeah, are you gonna buy that after this?
I think I'm gonna buy it immediately after
Hell
this.
yeah, dude. Yes, havewedonethehungergames.com, and I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but as your pilot today, I think it just says no, and then there's a link to the podcast.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. And then, unless it says yes, because I guess I should do a little bit of cursory research to see if anybody has explicitly done the Hunger Games as a reality TV show yet.
And I guess if it is, do you just want to do like a quick just video clip? We don't have to do any audio for it, but just a little clip of you and me freaking out real bad that we can put as like a GIF.
Like right now, you want to just mime that?
Yeah. I think. Okay, so we'll do that in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think that's probably good.
Yeah, that's good. That's gifable.
Right, I think it's pretty gifable.
A whole new frontier, baby, doing video.
Doing video and doing it, I think, pretty good.
Yeah, well, we're coming in hot with the style, with the looks. LEWKS.
I did mess up my hair though. That's gonna be a real problem for landing this plane in Dallas.
We'll get hair and makeup on it since that's something we have now. Perfect. Fixed it. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, for those just listening at home, I just want you to know we are fully pandering to video now. We actually don't care about the listeners anymore. It's all about those views, baby.
Yeah, we don't care that your numbers have been steadily increasing over the course of 3 years to a kind of frightening level.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't matter at all. The only thing that matters now is how many eyeballs we can get through YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. I think is the terminology.
So what we'll be doing is just posting this to YouTube in its entirety, but I can also take minute-long clips out, like maybe just the one of us freaking out. And
as our first short on YouTube.
It's just us freaking out. And maybe from that point, maybe we expand into TikTok. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
But TikTok does scare me as an old. You mentioned something, Luke, just now.
Yeah, what's that?
You said in 3 years of doing this, and my guy, 3 years almost to the day.
Really?
Yeah, my guy. It is our podcast's second birthday. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so we started this third birthday.
Yeah, it's his third. Yeah, that's how you count birthdays.
We turned 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So our third birthday is tomorrow.
Damn. That is uncomfortable to
Isn't
think
it though?
about. Because, Sam, we've been week after week, almost without exception, pumping out a new one of these, going back into the podcast minds every fucking week.
Every goddamn week. And I gotta tell you, looking at us now, it feels like maybe this was not a good idea.
I think it was. I think it was an exceptional idea.
But I'm in an 80-degree room wearing half a suit and sunglasses at 8:30 at night.
And you are loving it. This is the only thing that brings meaning to your life.
I would like to think other things bring meaning to my life, my guy. If this is it.
Yeah, okay, so this is going to get self-referential and meta for a second, but
sure,
I do want to just say happy birthday, Hanksy Panksy.
We started birthday, with Hanksy Panksy.
Splash, a movie where Tom Hanks wants to fuck a fish woman.
Yeah.
And
true to form.
Does fuck a fish woman. Excuse
Fucks her
me.
a lot.
Kind of a lot. And then today, we're rounding out that whole experience by talking about Neo. So these twisty turns, the roads you'll travel. You know what I mean?
Do you think 3 years ago, did you think this is where we would end up on video? One of us wearing half a suit and sunglasses at 8:30 at night, watching The Matrix Reloaded?
No, I kind of thought to be honest, didn't think a whole lot about it because it was the quarantines and this was sort of just an excuse to do something.
It was this and SnowRunner, and that's kind of all you and I had.
That's sort of all we had. But I did sort of expect we'd still be watching Tom Hanks movies. But as of a week ago, that was accurate.
Kind of still are, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So, fuck. Damn. 3 fucking years. Damn.
Luke, what's the plot of The Matrix Reloaded, the 2003 film?
I'm trying to decide if I should give it to you because I went on record as saying I will never give you the plot of The Matrix in case you haven't seen it. But that's a movie.
It sounds like you sort of sealed your fate there.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Because this movie, we'll get into it. Minor spoilers for the review section. I'll just say this. It's different. So here's the plot.
Yeah.
Neo, they go to Zion, which is like the last refuge of humanity. It's the city where all the humans are. Turns out the machines are tunneling. There's 250,000 sentinels tunneling down to destroy the city. They go on some extended fetch quests, meeting various programs in the Matrix. Neo does to sort of figure out what it is he's supposed to be doing. So he talks to the Oracle. He talks to the Maravigian. He gets the Keymaker. And then they go to the Source. Which is like the mainframe of the machines, all the while being hunted by just a ludicrous number of Agent Smiths, just a lot of Hugo Weavings out there.
Though I put it to you, never too many.
Oh, my beloved actor Hugo Weaving, there's never enough of him.
Oh, never.
Yeah, never. If they're looking to do like a Being John Malkovich sequel, I think Being Hugo Weaving rolls off the tongue better.
Good.
And would be pretty good.
Hugo Weaving.
Being Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, that's good.
If you want a spec script or like a treatment on that, Hollyweird. Well, I guess I can't right now, but hey, I'm not in the guild though. So I can be a scab. I can scab it up and write that.
No, sir. No.
Yeah. We don't cross picket lines. No. We haven't in 3 years. We're not going to start now.
No.
Neo talks to this guy who looks like Colonel Sanders.
The architect.
The architect. And it turns out that Neo is the 6th version of the One. And that the One is an expression of it's a byproduct of the fact that humans have choice in the Matrix. There's like an anomaly that becomes, it like emerges from the code, which as a software engineer, yeah, that's how code works. You write enough of it, you get complex enough, and then eventually just a Keanu Reeves pops out.
It's the silliest thing, and it's why Twitter's not doing so good right now.
Twitter's, yeah, somewhere a Keanu Reeves lookalike is barreling towards the mainframe of Twitter, where he will, as in this movie, he is given the choice of either saving humanity by continuing the cycle and choosing 23 people, I think, to repopulate Zion.
Yeah, it was something like 13. No.
Oh, don't math it, bud. Don't go into those waters.
No, because it was like 16 women and 7 men.
Yeah, that was it. Yep.
Which I thought was an interesting sort of number.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, this is a guy who talks like the worst fedora wearing guy on the planet,
and invented 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah, and looks exactly like Colonel Sanders. Anyway, Neo opts for the second option, which is to not make this choice and to go back to the Matrix to try to save Trinity. He does revive her, keeping his from the dead, keeping his status as Tech Jesus. You made your hair worse.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I guess look it back. There you go. Perfect. And at the very end of the movie, outside the Matrix, fucking Neo destroys a bunch of machines with his goddamn mind.
With his brain.
So, okay, before we get into the review section, here's my problem with this movie. I thought all of this happened in the third movie.
I kind of did too.
If you had put a gun to my head and said, when does the architect show up? I would have said the third movie. And then he showed up in this one. I was like, what the fuck happened in the third movie then?
I don't know.
I know, I've seen it. Yeah.
I had the same thought. I was like, wait, I thought this was the third movie.
I thought, because I knew that the Ghost Twins were in this one.
The Squid Twins, yeah.
The Squid Twins, and that the key master, key maker, the Keyblade. I knew the Keyblade was in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could have sworn that the Colonel Sanders thing was up and down, was in the third one, but it wasn't. It was in this one. So Sam, what'd you think of this movie?
This movie is overdone.
Like a steak?
Sort of like a steak.
Yeah.
Or like one of those sundaes that has like too much shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no good, there is no bad. This movie is overwrought. Overwrought. Yeah.
Over easy.
Over easy, it is not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, over hard on these eggs. Yeah, I think because here's the deal. From the get-go, I think the Wachowskis were trying to do a Star Wars. I think they were trying to do a Star Wars.
It does feel like that. And here's what happened. Because I did a little research because I got a little bored during the movie.
Okay.
The budget of The Matrix was $68 million.
Yes, I did see this. Yeah.
Budget for this one, $150 million. So it effectively doubled.
Yeah, it did more than double. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I can tell happened is that they got effects sickness. Much like Peter Jackson when he made the Hobbit films, they got the effects sickness where they were like, oh, we have all this money.
Yeah.
And we can do effects like we did last time, but that was a lot of work. What if we make Keanu Reeves a little noodle man in computer graphics and have him do a bunch of wacky shit?
What if we turn him into PS2 era graphics? Kind of a lot.
I would say not even kind of, just a lot.
Just a lot. It does get away from the core of what's amazing about this movie, which is when he, like, a good example is when he fights Seraph. is that their name?
Yeah.
The like bodyguard for the Oracle, and they have this dope kung fu fight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all real, versus when he's fighting several baker's dozens worth of your favorite agent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just all like golden age of Rockstar Games
It's
graphics.
so bad.
It's really obvious these days.
And here's the other problem with it, is that it goes on forever.
Yes, yeah, it does. There's specifically, so watch this with the roomie. We're watching the chase scene with the Squid Boys.
The Squid Twins, yeah.
The Squid Twins.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I hate these fuckers.
Oh, really?
Hate these fuckers so goddamn much.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about them.
Yeah.
I find them so fucking off-putting.
Okay.
And I think it's because even if you're a Squid brother, you can't be a white guy with dreads. You can't do it. And these guys do. And I don't understand what their powers are. I don't understand what they do.
Yeah, I do think they're albino, my friend. I think you've stepped into something.
Oh no.
But you may want to back out of it slowly.
I'm gonna do some research.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna talk about the chase scene that involves the Squid Twins while Sam sort of looks up whether or not he's been sort of a little off color on this one.
If I did, ghosts is what they apparently are in the
parlance of the movie. Regardless, this chase sequence, I want to talk about it because we're about 3/4.
It's just a white dude.
Okay,
it's okay.
Nice.
It's a white dude.
Nice.
From England. I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good. I didn't step in it the first time we did video. Man, if I thought I was sweating before, let me tell you, I am sweating now.
You could put a tarp on your back and small children could slide across you, huh?
Fucking, you're telling me, because guy, the idea that I was like, did a light racism in our first video episode.
Woo! Woo! Close one.
Woo!
Dodged it.
But no, at least one of them is a white guy, so I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah, you're probably good. But we're like 3/4 of the way through this chase scene, and Ruby turns to me and says, "Has this been really long?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's been like 10 minutes, and we're still going." Which for chase scenes, chase scenes are incredibly expensive. They're really coordinated. They take a ton of time to film. And 3, they shouldn't be that long.
No, they shouldn't be. Like, at no point in a good chase scene should you look at your watch.
Yeah. Like, really?
Like, okay, I know we reference this flick a lot.
Yeah.
But
are we going to talk about Jason Bourne again?
We are going to talk about Jason Bourne.
Great. I was going to mention it.
In the Paris car chase, where they're in the Mini, do you ever, even now, check your watch?
No, not a bit. No,
because it's perfect. Because it's perfect.
Yeah.
And because it knows exactly how long to stick around, and this does not. It stays around so long, and it's got so much happening, but like, and this is, I think, kind of where it differs from the first movie too, in that like a lot of stuff happens. Like we have a lot of fight scenes, we have a lot of action, but it doesn't move the plot forward at all, ever, the way that it does in the first movie.
And I would lean into what I described in the plot synopsis, which is that it's basically fetch quests. It's essentially a video game. It's like you start at one end. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the Oracle. She's gonna say I need the Keyblade. Then I gotta go talk to the Maravision, whoever that is.
Yeah. And
figure out where to get the Keyblade. Oh, he's got the Keyblade. Okay, let's go take the Keyblade to the source. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which means stakes are lower. It just feels because we went from, and this is something I want to talk about in a broader context too, but we went from like all of humanity is in a pod in a simulation and we have to save all of them, to kind of still that, but also like it's not clear what we're trying to achieve by doing all these things.
Yeah, it becomes, we made a lot of oblique references to important sounding figures, like the Oracle, Seraph, the Keymaster, Maker, whatever, the Merovingian, the Source, the Architect, and all of them are kind of nothing.
Yeah. And it's also super unclear. Okay, I want to dig into this because this isn't a jokey part. It's just genuinely confused me about this series from ever since I've seen it. Who has, okay, you can't go Superman. Let's look at Superman, right? He's an alien. He's all powerful. He's basically indestructible. You could hit him with a nuke. He'd walk off and get a bagel.
But one rock, very bad for him.
Rock. Neo is that, but without the one rock situation.
It is a problem.
So they've gone from that. At the end of the movie, he becomes Matrix Christ and can see the code and can obliterate people with his touch or his mind or whatever. To this one, they just sort of shrug it off in the first 10 minutes because he's fighting some agents and they're putting up a pretty good fight. And he says, upgrades. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
No, he can see the wheel of time.
Yeah. And like, we get weird glimpses of him like seeing through the code of everything and like identifying glowing figures and pulling a bullet out of Trinity.
Yeah, he watches a woman have an orgasm via code.
Yeah, didn't love that.
Yeah, do you want to talk about, can I ask you a question about the orgasm pie really quick?
Sure, the orgasm pie.
Which, to fill in the plot gaps, the Merovingian gives a woman in his restaurant a piece of code disguised as pie in Matrix terms that she eats that does make her calm. Sam, important question about the orgasm pie. Would you take a slice?
I will tell you.
Yeah.
Typically, I'm team cake. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would color things.
When it comes down pie or cake, take a cake every time.
Yeah.
But
when in Rome,
for the right pie, and if I knew the pie was gonna make me fucking calm in a way I never have before. Yeah, I'm taking a slice of that pie, baby.
I think you eat the pie. We're on the same page with the pie.
If the pie is gonna make me come so hard, I'm gonna have to change my shirt too. Yeah, I'm eating the pie.
It does make her, it forces her up and into the restroom, presumably to deal with the aftermath of whatever has just happened.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's a pretty good slice of pumpkin pie over there.
I think it's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I think this is the new, like when you bring a Tupperware full of magic brownies to a party, and you're the new popular kid. It's like, hey, I brought these magic brownies. Everyone's like, yay, pot. At the party, you're suddenly very popular. Imagine how popular you would be if you brought a Tupperware full of cum pie.
Needs some rebranding, if I'm being honest, because cum pie kind of has its own thing.
If you bring a Tupperware full of cum pie, you're getting thrown at the police. I think immediately.
Absolutely. Let's see. Nut pie. That's nothing. Orgasm pie.
I think. O-face pie.
Sea god pie.
Sea god pie.
Sea god pie.
Sea god pie sounds like something they would have said in the other Wachowski movie that we've watched. Cloud Atlas. It sounds like something that Tom Hanks would be shouting on top of a mountain in a thunderstorm.
Sea god pie. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Let's get in the comments if you know what it should be called.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Before you comment on this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell so that
If
you know when we got smash that like button.
Smash that like bottle. If you're listening
like
to this,
bottle.
If you're listening to this and you would also like to smash something, just start waving your arms around all over the place, smacking whatever, and going ring, ring.
Sure,
and you'll feel better. I promise.
And if you really want to earn some points with us, find a family heirloom that you adore. Just smash it.
Yeah, just fucking take it to the floor.
Something priceless.
Something of immense historical value that's irreplaceable.
Yeah, like the crown jewels, but you know, not steeped in racism, hopefully.
Yeah. Mud orgy.
Yeah, the mud orgy.
Wasn't as orge-tastic as I remembered it being.
No, but it feels like if the camera stayed there any longer, it was going to be an orgy.
I think it's a matter of whether or not they could get away with it. And I think the answer was that they couldn't, but they took us right up to the edge.
Right up to the edge. If they made it now, I think they could.
Yeah, I think we could have seen some stuff. Happening on screen.
You know, it does kind of bring me to a point that I wanted to make, which is that this movie makes the exact mistake that the previous movie didn't.
Okay.
Which is that it spends way too much time world building.
Yeah. Well, the whole trick with the last one is that it's just our world plus this idea that everything's a simulation and that humanity lives in pods or they're enslaved to
but that is a level of world building that they handled so well and so quickly, and they never like slowed down the action.
Absolutely.
Whereas with this, the beginning of this movie is really plotting.
Yeah, and by the time they pull into Zion and that ramp goes down and there's like people there to meet them, again, it's just screaming, this is a Star War now.
They really wanted to make a Star War. And they kind of did.
Yeah.
There are 3 of them.
There are 3 of them. The first one, well, Star Wars is weird now that I'm thinking about it. The first one was pretty good. Second one fucking amazing. Third one pretty good. And then you get into the prequels and the sequels. But
well, hold on, because the prequels are good.
No, I agree. But if you want to hear, I'm not giving this away for free. If you want to hear more of our Star Wars thoughts, patreon.com/hanksypanksy. We have a whole series now. This is podcasting. That you should listen to.
Yeah, sorry, Luke. What's happening is my brain is cooking, and it's also very dark behind these sunglasses. So,
you could do like Morpheus and just take them off at dramatic moments after you've kicked someone's ass.
Ooh, I could, but if I get up to kick anyone's ass, you're gonna see my gym shorts, and I feel like it's really gonna break the illusion that I've got going here.
Yeah.
That I'm like a put together professional and not some dipshit wearing half a suit in an 80-degree room, sweating my ass off.
Wearing shorts that say juicy across the ass, which is probably factually accurate by this point.
Yeah.
A little bit of juice, a little bit of swamp ass.
Yeah.
Can I get shorts that say swamp ass across the back?
See, I think it should say swamp ass in the taint.
Swamp ass in the taint. Yeah.
I think that's what should happen.
Well, coming to our merch store soon.
The shorts that say swamp ass right in the taint.
Right on the taint. I don't know who's going to print that for us, but we'll source it. We'll figure it out somehow.
Speaking of swamp ass, I recently learned that a lot of men, kind of proving that we're the problem, are wearing pads to deal with gooch grease.
I feel like I just had a stroke.
Yeah. Do you need me to go through it again?
No, I'm understanding. Well, understanding is a strong way to put it. I have heard the words you said and they make sense.
Do you want to know what gooch grease is?
I assume it's just accumulated grease.
No, sir. It's a mixture that occurs
Oh
when
no.
it's basically a mixture of sweat and feces because you don't clean your ass well enough.
Why? Just why?
Get a bidet, folks. Get a bidet.
Or yeah, I mean, Tushy, please hit
Yeah.
us with that sponsorship money.
God.
We'd love that.
Bud, can you imagine if we get that Tushy?
If we got
Oh
that Tushy
boy,
representation.
oh boy.
We're right here anytime you want, Tushy.
Yeah, I'll talk for a long time about blasting my asshole with that Tushy, let me tell you.
If you want to hear us go into 30 minutes worth of detail about how we both frequently blast our asses with the high pressure goodness that is the Tushy bidet system, you know how to get a hold of us.
And you can trust me, I'm a professional. I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah, exactly. Dollars well spent.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just clean yourself.
Could clean yourself.
Like however you want to do it. If you want to soap it up every time, I don't give a shit.
Soap it up, sure, yeah.
You could do so many things other than accumulate gooch grease.
Yeah, do what I think most people do, which is shower. Structure your day so that you shower after you evacuate.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I don't want to get into it again.
Yeah, I think Jason Bateman and I are on the right side of history on this one.
Yeah. Jason Bateman, known one-time pooper or once a day pooper.
Yeah.
Outed himself recently. It's a whole thing. Sam has a lot of opinions about it.
Yeah, I think they're facts, but sure.
Yeah. But okay, if the alternative, I'll say this. If the alternative to pooping and then showering immediately is gooch grease, if this is the dichotomy that we have, oh yeah, dude, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Once a day, shower immediately, go about the rest of your day. Perfect. Love this plan. Gooch grease. And so what you're saying is people wear pads.
Apparently, it is somewhat of a trend where men are wearing pads to deal with their gooch grease, which kind of harkens back to the whole like kind of half joke about dudes having skid marks all the time.
Yeah.
Which again, like, folks, if you're having this problem, like, one, clean yourself, and two, maybe see a pelvic floor physical therapist because it shouldn't be leaking.
No, if you've got anal seepage, my friends, see a doctor.
Yeah, you got to talk to someone about that.
If you're finding doo-doo in places it should not be,
which is anywhere except the toilet.
Anywhere but the toilet. And also, just get in there. Just get in there, folks.
Get you a Tushy bidet. Install it, unlike me, when you're having a good day. Don't make the mistake I did, which is trying to install a Tushy while you're in a certain level of emotional distress.
Yeah.
Do it when you're having a good day. And then just blast your hole.
Yeah, rocket yourself into space with the wonderful pressurized water that's emitted from the Tushy bidet system. Here's what I don't understand, and we should move on. We should really move on because nobody wants to hear about gooch grease.
Sure, yeah.
But what is the pad meant to do? I know absorbency, obviously. Yeah. But then, wait.
Keep your underwear clean.
I guess, but you've identified the problem, and it has a very simple solution. And instead, you've gone to a middleman. You've said, I need pads.
They're not addressing the root cause.
This is a symptom. You're addressing a symptom of your dirty ass living.
It's sort of I guess this would be sort of a pump handle intervention. In that, anyway, it was from the cholera outbreak in London back in the day, and this one guy, Jon Snow, funnily enough,
the actual Jon Snow,
the actual Jon Snow,
exactly what you're thinking. Yeah.
Kit Harington noticed that like basically every household that used like a specific water pump was getting cholera. So he just removed the pump handle so people couldn't get that water anymore.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the same thing. The problem is actually that your beehole's dirty, but instead you're just putting some fabric between your dirty asshole and the fabric of your underwear.
How do you explain this to a prospective romantic partner, anyone who's going to come into contact with you in your underpants? Excuse me, I need a minute to remove this. Do you have a trash receptacle ready?
Yeah, I have. It's a real heavy goose grease day.
It's a real heavy flow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we please move on?
Yeah. So,
hey, can I give you a quick example of the world building you're talking about and how it's fucking bananas in this movie?
Yes, please.
I never noticed this before. It is canon that earlier Matrixes experimented with werewolves.
I thought that was fucking wild that they tossed that in there and are like, vampires, ghosts, werewolves, we did it all, baby.
We did it all.
It's like, what?
How is none of this is relevant? I guess we kind of see ghosts with the squid twins.
Mm-hmm. So do you like the squid twins?
Like is a strong word.
I find them like annoying because it's unclear like what their whole situation is, and like they're not. I feel like this is gonna come across pretty weird. They're not like grounded in the world, in that like for the most part everyone's abilities kind of make sense. Theirs are so malleable because sometimes they turn into like invisible squid boys.
Yeah.
And sink into the ground, but then other times when they turn invisible, they can't move and fly out the back of a car.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And I wish I could tell you that there was some kind of logic to it.
Yeah.
But I think plot convenience is what drove a lot of their superpowers.
We saw Keanu's butt.
We did see Keanu's butt.
We saw his butt.
We've seen a lot of Keanu throughout this season. It's worth saying.
He loves to fuck.
Yeah, this dude fucks.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Which I thought would be a lot more rock and roll. Because like we kind of expected that out of Dwayne, and it turns out that's not part of Dwayne's brand.
No.
So he don't play in that space. Keanu, smash hit of the season, turns out, loves to fuck.
Loves to.
Yeah. But I expected it to be a little bit more sort of like
no. This is like love ballad. And it's no good.
Yeah, kind of consistently that's the case.
Yeah, like the fuck scene in this movie is terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this cyberpunk? Because I have a theory of what it is.
Okay.
I don't think it is cyberpunk.
Well, you would know, having spoilers for maybe some eventual content. Sam has been playing Cyberpunk 2077.
I have been playing Cyberpunk 2077. I have yet to see Keanu though.
Yeah.
So.
We'll get the updates. When and if you run into Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves. Okay, well, what is this, Mr. I know all about Cyberpunk?
I think this, instead of being cyberpunk, because like here's mostly the reason why I don't think this is cyberpunk, is we don't have enough neon. And I feel like neon is absolutely necessary for it.
Yes, I'd say so.
This is Deutsche Punk.
Deutsche Punk.
Or I guess technically it would be Deutsche Punk.
Deutsche Punk.
Deutsche Punk. But isn't it though?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
A lot of leather, a lot of weird, kinky sexuality.
Yeah.
Not yucking anybody's yums, but a lot of kink. And just drab and unhappy.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't help that there's like kind of a shitload of brutalist architecture in the movie. So everything is kinked up, it's leathered up, and it's happening inside of what looks like a bank. So if that's not Deutsche Punk, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, this is 100% Deutsche Punk. I do think I think you and I have an opportunity here, because I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
You and I could invent sewer punk.
I think sewer punk's been done, my friend. Yeah, the
God damn it.
exasperation on Sam's face. Yeah, I'm sorry to sort of burst your bubble there, my
Turd
good
punk?
sir.
Is that anything?
What punk?
Turd punk?
Turd punk is nothing, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gutter punk?
Gutter punk is decidedly a thing.
I give Deutsche Punk is the
Deutsche
best
Punk.
I've got. Yeah,
I think Deutsche Punk is a brave new frontier. I think you should stop while you're ahead, because
I could. I just wrote down we should invent sewer punk, because I thought it would be a cool way to make like futuristic poop jokes.
yeah.
But you're telling me that does exist, and if it isn't actually just futuristic poop jokes, I will be really mad.
I think you're gonna be a little disappointed with what sewer punk aesthetic has to offer.
All right, do you have any other thoughts about this?
I do. I have one major one, which is that it's very hard, and we would know as big time truckers like we is. All moose and big balls over here to tell you that in this movie there's a lot of trucks, and it's damn hard to make trucking look cool.
I really appreciate that they tried to make trucking look real cool, but let me tell you, the way that agent executed that turn, that big old Yui, there ain't no way you getting that rig making that turn at that speed.
Also, just like that, he turns the wheel, the agent turns the wheel, and then keeps turning because it's a semi, so he's turning for a while.
So
and you're like,
long.
Man, this is not very tense anymore. When watching you crank this Peterbilt, is not exactly a nail biter.
No, absolutely, especially in like minute 9.5.
Yeah,
of this very long chase sequence.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. Do you have anything else you want to get off your chest about Matrix Reloaded?
They did Trinity dirty in this one.
Yeah, get on the couch and talk to me more about that one.
I feel like they really made her into like much more of like a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
And she just felt really sidelined.
I'd say that's true of everybody except Neo. Because Morpheus in the first movie was this like badass. Both he and Trinity were these badass motherfuckers. And in this movie, anytime they see an agent, they're still kind of like, eek, an agent.
I mean, Morpheus does do like a pretty decent job fighting the agent on top of the truck.
Yeah, it's true.
Whereas like we just see Trinity just get her shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Anytime she gets into a fight, and it's just like, we've seen Trinity beat absolute ass.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this now?
I guess they just didn't have a whole lot going on in terms of plot otherwise.
No.
They needed some kind of risk involved. So they did what they could, which was to make her sort of a Princess Peach at the end of the day. A little bit.
And then I have one really small question to transition us out. What is our purpose?
To see Keanu's butt.
But we did that.
Yeah, we did it. But we'll get more opportunities to see that ass.
See, I'm looking for his dick.
Yeah, I mean, that we can only hope. But I don't think it's out there.
I pray every night. Speaking of, actually, now that we're here, if you have a way for us to contact Keanu Reeves, not for like dick pics or anything, just to get in touch with him, would genuinely want to get in touch with the man. He doesn't have to respond to us. I just want something that we wrote to get to him.
Yeah.
So
that would be ideal.
If y'all know how to do that, let us know. Shoot us an email at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. Luke, do you want to look ahead to next week?
Yeah, let's do it. I have a feeling I know what's coming, but
I'm pretty sure I know what's coming too. Let me just scroll over to the right tab here. And next week, we will be watching 2003's The Matrix Revolutions.
Nice.
What do you think happens in The Matrix Revolutions?
Here's the amazing thing. I've watched it. I know I've seen it. I have apparently only 1 or 2 memories of this movie, and they're pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I have one specific memory of it.
I see. I think it turns out that McDonald's made all the machines. Like they're all modeled on the like soft serve ice cream machines.
So they just crap out.
Like they're all 250,000 sentinels heading towards Zion, and then they all just sort of peter out. And then the rest is actually what inspired Stardew Valley. The rest is just sort of a pleasant farming sim.
Okay.
Sort of a documentary about the rebuilding of Earth, starring Keanu Reeves as a friendly little goat farmer. Sam, what do you think this movie's about?
So much like how The Matrix Reloaded was pretty different from The Matrix, I think The Matrix Revolution's pretty different from The Matrix Reloaded in that it abandons all the robot shit, and it's now just essentially telling the story of the Bolshevik revolution, but in the future.
Love it. Yeah, it's plausible, and I can't say it's not true because apparently I don't remember anything from this next movie.
Yeah, for all I know, you're right too. For all we know, this actually could be the Bolshevik Revolution followed by years of peaceful farming.
Yeah, unlike the Bolshevik Revolution.
Yeah, it worked out a little differently.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I guess tune in next week, folks, for the stunning revelations that we're going to pull out of the final Matrix movie. There
it is. Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy. You can find us on Facebook at Hanksy Panksy Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Hanksy Panksy Pod. You can send us an email at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. We don't tweet anymore, but Elon Musk,
he would not eat the orgasm pie.
He would not eat the orgasm pie, I'll tell you that. And our YouTube page, for those of you who aren't watching this, is at Hanksy Panksy Pod. So youtube.com, I think /channel/Hanksy Panksy Pod. It's a little unclear how it works. But you can also find it on our link tree and other shit. So yeah, and then we also have Patreon, patreon.com/Hanksy Panksy. Are we behind on it? You bet your ass we are. But we are working on it.
We'll get caught up.
And yeah, we do have some fun stuff going on over there. We got some fun plans coming up in the future, and we might be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 on there one day. And check us enough money, and you can be like one of Hanks's heroes, and that would be Tuck and Daniel. And fellas, I'm gonna give you a big old slice of that orgasm pie.
Nice. The untitled, unnamed, unbranded orgasm pie.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Luke, do you have a final quote for us?
I do, and it is, "I love you too damn much." I want to take another stab at it because that one was just sort of Southern, which is not how Keanu delivered it.
Yeah, that was very like A Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah, but I want to do a Foghorn Leghorn. I said, I love you too damn much.
Fuck. Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves. We'll be back next week with The Matrix Revolutions.